So great Wolverine PlayStation 5 update after the recent departure news. First, unboxing and reviews for the PlayStation 5 Pro leak, and Sony confirms PlayStation 5 Pro plate news. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, from 1 to 10, what is your current hype level for the PlayStation 5 Pro? The console, obviously, as we know, launches next week. I'm very excited to finally get mine and start playing some of the enhanced games, which at this point is on its way to 90 titles. But where is your hype level? So comment below from 1 to 10, what is your current hype level for the PlayStation 5 Pro? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony confirms PlayStation 5 Pro cover news. Reading from Push Square, there's been a lot of confusion about PlayStation 5 Pro and whether you'll be able to attach existing PlayStation 5 Slim faceplates like the gorgeous pearlescent chroma collection, which is coming soon. An Amazon Japan infographic said these wouldn't be compatible not too long ago, and recently one Reddit user managed to get their hands on the PlayStation 5 Pro early and tested things out. While the bottom covers do fit, the top plates have their connecting teeth in a slightly different position and thus aren't compatible with the supercharged system. In a statement issued to our friends over at IGN, Sony has officially confirmed existing PlayStation 5 Slim covers will not fit the PlayStation 5 Pro console. A spokesperson said, PlayStation 5 console covers are not compatible with PlayStation 5 Pro. However, players will be able to swap out different console covers for PlayStation 5 Pro when they become available in the future. So if you already own a set of faceplates, then you'll need to replace them if you want to attach them to Sony's new system. So I'm not sure why Sony didn't make this more obvious before. I previously on the channel covered the Amazon Japan infographic saying this information, but this was from an independent seller in Japan from my understanding and not directly from Sony. Regardless, I also in the past pointed out what the PlayStation blog said, which was that players can add an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive or swap out console covers when they become available. I took the guess, like many others have, that the bottom plates will work and the top plates don't, but this shouldn't have been the case. People shouldn't have needed to assume or guess the situation. You can see now in their statement to IGN, they directly say it's not compatible. There's no confusion. That should have been there directly like that on the PlayStation blog from the beginning. Regardless, now I have to wait for Sony to release official black PlayStation 5 Pro plates before decking out my PlayStation 5 Pro, which kind of sucks. I was hoping to just be able to do that right off bat day one. Sony, you should have just let people use PlayStation 5 Slim covers. I'm curious to see why they changed the top hook marks of the plates for the PlayStation 5 Pro. I hope it's a decent reason. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, great Wolverine PlayStation 5 update. So recently, it's been making the rounds that a big change has happened over for Wolverine over at Insomniac Games. Since then, there's been another update from Jeff Grubb, and we'll cover both of these here. So the change that happened over at Insomniac Games is Brian Horton has left the project since this past summer. He's been the creative director of the game since the beginning, which has probably been since 2020 or early 2021, right after the launch of Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is also a project he led. The new creative director right now for Wolverine is Marcus Smith, and the new game director is Mike Daly. Both of them led the development of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which was my game of the year for 2021, as you guys know. Now, when I heard this, I was worried because it's unusual. You see the creative lead of a project leave late in development like this, but I was hopeful this could be because his side of the job is done. The vision and mainline structure of the game is there, and the Ratchet & Clank leads could just bring home the project. This would have been my final thought if the GameFile news article which broke this story didn't say Brian Horton left because of creative differences. So, did he have a vision that Insomniac and Sony weren't down for? From my understanding, his vision was a dark and mature Wolverine game, which is what we want. Now, if Sony wasn't down for that, I'd assume that he would have left a long time ago, because that quote is from 2021, so it's got to be something else. Hopefully, it's not something big that could cause a big change, and the new leads just have to bring the project home. Now, since this news broke out, Jeff Grubb has commented on the story on his podcast, reading from Twisted Voxel. Grubb believes that Marvel's Wolverine is going to be just fine because Insomniac Games has the institutional knowledge to make these games really well each and every time. He pointed out that it is the studio's second Marvel franchise besides Spider-Man, and that it is working on titles based on the top 2 Marvel superheroes. Despite the recent data theft being a setback for the studio, he has all the faith in the world that Insomniac Games will be able to pull off Marvel's Wolverine. So, Jeff Grubb has some insider knowledge, and he's spoken about Wolverine in the past, but here he's seemingly just on the more faith side of the situation. He has faith that they'll do the job right. I'm not sure if he's heard something he can't say yet, but maybe he'll share something in the future in regards to Wolverine, like he's done in the past. Regardless, what I'm hoping for is that Wolverine's development is mainly done, and that the new leads are there to just bring the project home and complete it out. And this leads us to the potential game update, which could be a reveal or something else. Leaker Curacases, as we've covered recently, stated that Sony is gearing up to show something off for Wolverine probably later this year. When I heard this, considering Sony's new approach of showing projects closer to release, it made me think that Wolverine is not far off from its launch. But again, the Insomniac leaks did state 2025 or 2026 for the Wolverine launch. And obviously I was set back by the Brian Horton news, but Jeff Grubb is also giving me a bit of more positive faith that the project is just fine and that the new leads are there to take the project home. Let's hope we do get an update later this year, and if it's actual official gameplay, let's hope it has a potential release window at least of 2025. But you guys let me know if you're excited for Wolverine or not. Let me know down in the comments below.
Thanks to the power of the SSD, we can near instant...
And now diving into the final story of the video. First, PlayStation 5 Pro unboxings and reviews. So this is a quick update here, but Tom Henderson, the person who's pretty much leaked every big piece of hardware for PlayStation in the last few years, has come out to state when the reviews and unboxings will go live for the PlayStation 5 Pro. He simply stated this over on X: PlayStation 5 Pro unboxings November 4th, PlayStation 5 Pro reviews November 6th. Pretty simple and straightforward there. Creators and outlets have already gotten their PlayStation 5 Pros, as we've seen recently. Shout out to Tidex for getting that leak on point. We already know what the PlayStation 5 Pro will have inside the box, but it's always exciting to just see stuff like this in front of us before the product actually launches. As for the reviews, I'm curious what all of these creators will say, because a bunch of them are just normal creators. They're not Digital Foundry over analyzing every screenshot. Let's see what we get next week, but you guys let me know if you're excited to see the unboxings and reviews or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the weekend before the storm. Next week, PlayStation 5 Pro is going off, reviews, unboxings, a lot of reactions, a lot of stuff is going to pop off. If you're excited for that like I am, destroy the comment section with the weekend before the storm, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.